A student was attacked by an adult male simply based on his race.
Students from Whatcom Middle School were walking back from a field trip nearby, and they happened to be right in front of the police station when a man suddenly crossed the street and punched an 11-year-old black student in the face, chipping his tooth. According to the police report, the suspect, 42-year-old Paul Bittner, also pushed the boy and made a statement to the effect of, "Are you going to talk to a white man like that?"
These set of circumstances is extremely rare. In fact, in my 20 years of doing this job, I've never seen anything like this. It's not conducive to our community. It's absolutely disgusting, and we don't see that very often at all.
The incident was caught on surveillance cameras at the police station, and a teacher followed the suspect until officers were able to arrest him nearby. Officers say the suspect continued to use racial slurs. Ryan Ferris' son was on that same field trip with the victim.
It's just a terrible thing. I hope he recovers, and I hope the community recovers, and I think there'll probably be some lessons to be learned about it.
The victim's father spoke at the suspect's bail hearing this week with the support of more than 30 community members at his side to make sure he and his family knew they're not alone in this.
We have all been through it. We know what they're going through. And at its heart, we just want it to stop.
A student was attacked by an adult male.
All right, shalom. All praises to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. From the video, you know, this isn't anything new with Jake. You know, y'all should already know how Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has been towards you, how he's acted towards you since the beginning. Hey, that this is not your friend. This is not your friend. This is your enemy. You know, starting with really Cain and Abel, but starting with Jacob and Esau. You know, the two nations that were in Rebekah's womb. Because this man is completely adverse to us, you know. But we're here in Babylon the Great, America, and we're in this devil's hands. You know, we're still in captivity, even though, you know, we can walk around. We don't have shackles on anymore. But this devil, this is his country that he stole. This devil has conquered the whole world through his sword. You know, he's got a big head, and he's very prideful, and it's showing. And he can't take not getting the respect that he thinks he deserves. But this is Deuteronomy 28, and you know, I'll jump up to verse 15 real quick, because this is Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of YAHAWAH, bahasham Yahawashi, thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So this is what happens. We've disobeyed numerous times. We've disobeyed these commandments to the point that we're in our enemy's land. We're scattered all over the world. You know, we're suffering from madness, from different plagues, different ailments. And these curses have fully overtaken us, and not all the curses all at once, but you know, hey, we've been through all these curses at one point in time or another. But one of the major curses is that we would go into captivity. We would go to Egypt again on ships, and that Egypt, not being literal Egypt, but spiritual Egypt. This is America. You know, look at the back of your dollar bill. Why has it got pyramids? Why has it got this? This is where we spent our slavery, building up this country, Babylon the Great. This is Deuteronomy 28:49. No, wait, let me start up with verse 48. Actually, let me start up 47. Because thou servest not Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI, thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. So hey, we got caught up with these other nations, looking at what they had. You know, their idols were a snare unto us. We ended up following after the other nations. You know, worshiping other gods, committing spiritual adultery. You know, completely going off, and these curses came upon us. So because we didn't serve the Lord Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI, who gave us everything, and it says it multiple times that he clothed us, that he brought us out of Egypt. He said, I'm the one that brought you out of Egypt. I'm the one that clothed you. I'm the one that made you this great nation. But hey, we went a whoring. Deuteronomy 28 and 47, because thou servest not Yahweh, thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI, shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. So this is what we're doing here in this land. We're serving our enemies. Hey, whether you own your own business or not, hey, you got to pay taxes. Who do you pay taxes to? What they had that dude that doesn't exist, Uncle Sam. You're paying your taxes to the IRS. You're paying your taxes to Esau Edom. The taxes are a form of slavery. You got to pay tribute. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And this has happened too. Let me just look this up. I'll come back to this. Just look up yoke of iron. Past that, the first ones. There's Jake right there. Hey, Jake with the yoke of iron. But who did this? Who did this? Who made all these contraptions? Hey, this was Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Let me see here. But yeah. Oops. But this is who's the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are here in America, Babylon the Great. This is your enemy. This is who you'd be serving. While hey, you'd be serving all the other nations as well, but this is the main one. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And the ships that they had at the time during slavery were the fastest ships. And his symbolically, he represents the eagle. You know, he uses that as a symbol of his country, the bald eagle. He has a proud look like the eagle. And they were speaking a different language. You know, they were speaking what is it? I guess you'd call them romantic languages, meaning that they were branched off from Latin. So they were speaking like Spanish, French, Dutch, Portuguese, English, all completely different languages than what we were speaking, you know, to the northern tribes that were over here, already here in this land, and completely different than the tribes that were over in Africa. Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, which thou shalt not, which, Salakia, let me read that again. A nation of fierce countenance, which shalt not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. So let's look at that. Fierce. This is H5794. Eyes, or Isaiah, says strong, vehement, harsh, fierce, greedy, mighty, roughly strong. Let's look at that word, vehement. vehement, impetuous, ardent, which I'm not going to look up all these right now, eager, violent. This man is the violent man. He's a bloody man. This is Esau's blessing is a sword. You know, showing that he's a bloody man. He'll never he won't show favor to the old nor the young. And when you look at them, you see some Edomites when they look at you, they got that look of contempt on their face when they see you. But they're not going to show favor to the old nor the young. So like this guy right here, he punched an 11-year-old in the face. No telling what the kid did or whatever, but I mean, hey man, but hey, you dealing with Esau Edom, the bloody man. You should know your enemy, because hey, these people are in rule over us right now. I mean, whatever, fuck Esau Edom, but just they Esau Edom's blessing is the sword. You know what I mean? At any moment, hey, the Lord can decide to bring judgment out on you. So you have to, how do you say it? You have to walk with wisdom around this devil. You know, you have to be wise around this devil. This is Romans 13:3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So, hey, Esau Edom, if you ain't really doing nothing wrong around them or whatever, you know, you ain't causing a scene, whatever. Hey, they can hate all they want, whatever, but they really don't go out of their way to mess with you in most cases. You know, you got Edomites that'll bother you, call the cops on you, whatever. They generally they don't really go out of their way messing with people. But hey, it's a case by case. Verse 4, for he is the minister of the Most High, Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, to thee for good. So hey, the Lord Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, is using Esau Edom. You know, he's using them for a purpose. You know, he's using them as a whipping stick for us. Yeah, he's the base man. Yeah, he eats raw meat and pork and smells like dog, whatever. But hey, he put Esau Edom in the position that he's in right now to be a whipping stick over us. So we learn. This is what happens. I told you these curses. This is what happens when you disobey me. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. So, hey, you messing with these different cops, whatever like that, hey, they don't. You see how quick they are on the draw or whatever like that. They not, they don't have that blessing of the weapon for no reason. You know, it ain't nothing like. No, they wanna hurt Jake. They wanna hurt you, Jake. They wanna hurt us. They wanna kill us. They want to bless him back. So that's why it's best to walk wisely around these people. Deal wisely. Be harmless as a dove and as wise as a serpent. Like don't go out of your way to piss these people off. I mean, just learning their judgment is enough. But for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So, hey, this is Esau. Hey, his blessing is a sword. Part of those spirits that were created for vengeance in Sirach 39, I believe it starts at 28, is the sword. This man was made to kill. You know, they had that. What was that in? Was that in Full Metal Jacket? They had on the. I think it was Full Metal Jacket. They had on the helmet "Born to Kill," and that's this man. He wasn't. He's not here to do anything else. Moving on, this is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7. When a man's ways please YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So when you please the Lord, your enemies are going to be relaxed. They're not going to do evil to you. While they'll still want to, whatever, but they'll be at peace with you. You know, they doesn't mean you can let down your guard or whatever like that. All that, no. It just means, hey, you're. It doesn't mean that you gotta go to their cookouts and hang out around them and all that. No, no, no. It just means that they really ain't gonna fuck with you. Really, they're not gonna punch you in the mouth and chip your tooth. Because they'll still be your enemies, but you know, just know when you pleasing the Lord, hey, your enemies will chill out. Doesn't mean you won't have enemies. They'll just give you some slack. This is Matthew 24 and 19. Because hey, this nation, these people, these Edomites, they've taken the scriptures, these Christians, all that, they've taken the scriptures and they've tossed them behind their back. And that's Psalms 50, and I believe starting at 17. But pretty much they've taken these scriptures, but they don't read them, they don't know about them, whatever. But this is Leviticus 24:19. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he have done, so shall it be done to him. So let's look at this word blemish. This is H3971 ma'awam. A blemish, spot, defect, meaning to stain, a blot, a bruise, or a blot. I'm thinking of a bruise, a physical defect. But basically anything, you bruise a dude or something like that, or cause him to have a blemish, because a blemish is a well, let me look that up too. To damage, mar. Let me look at the to disparage, dishonor, to damage or spoil, disfigure. Yeah. Okay, to disfigure somebody. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he have done, so shall it be done to him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, as he hath caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again. So, hey, this is the according to the scriptures, the judgment that should be carried out. But being that we're on our enemy's land, you just can't go out and do this. But when our Lord YAHAWASHI returns and brings this wicked kingdom down and brings the whole world under subjection of him, it's going to be the rule. These rules are going to be back instated. But for the most part, hey, the Lord is going to carry out the vengeance. This is Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. So, hey, the Lord is going to repay us. The Lord is going to repay all these nations for all the wickedness, all the the marring, the broken teeth, the broken families, the broken bones, everything from the buck breaking, which Esau Edom is going to have to pay for all that, all the wickedness that he's done. And he's not going to get repaid by buck breaking him back, because it ain't going to be no more shit going on in the kingdom. But the Lord's going to find a way to recompense all these other nations. This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye, and is speaking to Israel, the Israelites. Whoever laid their hand on us, and we belong to the Lord. So you're gonna have to pay for that. And it said we're the apple of the Lord's eye, meaning that we're very special to the Lord. And no other nation is close to the Lord like Yashar Allah or Israel. This is Isaiah 47 verse 6. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily slacked. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So, hey, they didn't show us any mercy here. Still not showing us any mercy. They overworked us, killed us, did whatever they wanted to do to us. Verse 7, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. So, hey, you thought you would be a lady forever. You thought this kingdom, this wicked kingdom, America, is going to be forever. But you didn't consider that you had the Israelites. You didn't care. You were just living it up. You didn't consider what would be the end of this. What would be the end if I take the Lord's beloved and do whatever I wanted to them? Because I have it in the power of my hands. I didn't consider that. You didn't consider that there would be a payback for this. You didn't consider that you were going to go into slavery yourself. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and this man has repeatedly showed you that he hates you throughout the ages, just how much do you see it now when you have like the internet, the TV, their history books. Now that you see it, you can see it every day. You can pull up archives on lynching postcards, African Dodger, how many cops that have been or were in the Klan that have killed Jake. It just goes on and on. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So, this was supposed to be our slavery already ended. After slavery ended, what did they do? They made Jim Crow. They made I don't remember the name of the amendment, but it's basically legalized slavery, so you can get thrown in jail and now you're a legal slave again. Is it the 13th Amendment? But anyway, They've held this hatred. They made it hard for us to get jobs, hard for us to work, whatever. Force us into different lifestyles. But Ezekiel 35 and verse 6, therefore as I live, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So, hey, now blood is going to be pursuing you. Hey, all these different nations, everything that you've done around the world. Hey, they're going to be like the video should be up. A most terrorist country, you know, hey, all these nations that you've done wickedness to, hey, the blood is coming back for you. You know, ultimately, all these other nations are going to fire ICBMs and destroy this place. Verse 7, fire their ICBMs into Babylon and destroy this place. It's going to be completely desolate. Ezekiel 35 and verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out, and him that returneth. So, hey, this place is going to be completely destroyed. Nobody's going to be coming out, and nobody's going to come back. Nobody's going to be going in and out of this place anymore, because it's going to be destroyed. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So it's a righteous thing. And the Lord is going to repay these nations that troubled the Israelites, starting with Esau, Edom. Let's look at that word recompense. Because hey, a lot of people like to think, oh, you just get over it. You're thinking like a victim, whatever. No, the Lord is going to pay it back for us. Yeah, we want revenge, all this, but hey, what can we do? We got to wait on the Lord. G467, antapodidomai, to requite, to recompense, render, repay. In a good sense, to repay, requite. In a bad sense, a penalty and vengeance. So the Lord is going to take vengeance on you. Hey, we're the apple of the Lord's eye. And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord YAHAWASHI shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So in Revelation 1 and 7, you know, behold, he cometh with the clouds, and all eyes shall see him, even those that pierced him. When YAHAWASHI returns, it's payback time. So rest. You rest in these scriptures. You rest. You rest in this by taking comfort in these scriptures. You rest knowing that this is all coming to an end. You rest knowing that this isn't, that you're not a nigger, wetback, spook, whatever. You rest knowing that I'm a Israelite, Yashar Allah. He's a prince of the power. Knowing that I'm a son of Israel. Knowing that YAHAWASHI is my big brother. And that he didn't die for the whole world. He didn't die. He didn't even look like how the Esau Edom portrays him. He looked like one of my cousins, one of my brothers. He looks like me. Hey, take comfort in that. Rest in that. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord YAHAWASHI shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. Hey, so all these people, these 2/3 of our people here in Babylon the Great, all these wicked heathen that don't know the Lord, he's going to be taking vengeance on them. They're going to be slaughtered from one end of the earth to the other. Verse 8, and flaming fire taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach. So, hey, the Lord is coming. He's bringing fire. He's bringing vengeance. And he's bringing redemption to his elect. He's bringing salvation to his elect. And that's his name, Yahawashi. He saves. He delivers. This is Deuteronomy 30. And let me see. I'm going to start. I'm just going to get to the point. Verse 4, if any be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. So we've been scattered into every nation looking like the different nations across the four corners of the earth. And Yahawah thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. So we're going to be blessed. We're going to be super blessed. And we don't even know what's in store with that. We just know we'll be blessed above our fathers. We know in part and prophesy in part. Like, we don't know what the kingdom of heaven, all that entails. We just know that it's better than this piece of shit place. Verse 6, and Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So we're going to have a new bodies, a new mind, a renewed spirit in us, to where it's going to be programmed in us that we're not going to be able to break the Lord's commandments anymore. It's going to be no more curses. Verse 7, and Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all these curses, they're going to go on our enemies after this. Esau, Edom, hey, you're going to be the one getting your teeth knocked out. You're going to be the one told, is that how you talk to is that how you talk to the prince of the power? Is that how you talk to Yasharallah? Shit. Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7, and Yahawah thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all these curses are going to go on you, all you other nations, and especially you, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You ain't getting away. And I'll close out with this, Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So, you brought us here. You had us serve this hard bondage here. You killed us. You slayed us. You did whatever you wanted to us. And it's going to be paid back to you. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises to Yahawah bahasham. All praises to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.